Get back, Remieli with a big hit on the forecheck. He's missed the last 2 games for the Stars. And throwing the weight around here as he is back in the lineup. Stars force a turnover. Ellie in the high slot and a wrister down the left circle was blocked. The puck loose behind the ice hog cage. Ellie keeps it alive. Thrown in front by Flynn but blocked. And the Stars pinch it off. Texas with a long possession here offensively. Centered in front by Drives from behind the net. And Rockford tips it out to neutral ice. Matt Mangine looking to chip it back in. So it's settled down here by Glass, the veteran netminder. Mangine lurking on the forecheck. An energetic crowd early on here in period 1. They have certainly been making some noise and trying to give the Stars an early push momentum-wise. Mangine in, right circle, a drive off of Rockford, sticking wide. Svenberg came in at the final moment. And Samuelson will clear it out the opposite way. It's an early push momentum-wise. Mangine in, right circle, a drive off of Rockford, sticking wide. Svenberg came in at the final moment. And Samuelson will clear it out the opposite way. It's going to be an icing call. No, they wave it off. Peltier put on the Jets and beat Nyberg. Here's a one-time effort left point by Svenberg that's wide. Mangine will touch it free. Leading Markuson across the left side of the Rockford line. Franson with a good shoulder hit, dropping him to the ice. And so here's Fighton trying to regain control. Rockford sends it the opposite way. It was a bit of a slow start for about the opening 4 seconds, and then everything took off between the Stars and the Ice Hogs in Game 6. Darling in up the right side for the Stars. Through the circle, trying to dance in front. Tied up by Forsling. Throw it into the net. And it did not come loose as the Stars cut it off left point. Warren trying to sweep it down into the corner. Intercepted by Camp. The Stars will wrist it back in from neutral ice. And Glass settles it down. It is an erratic start to this game as the Stars are trying to establish a physical presence on the forecheck. A rolling puck up the left side of center and the crowd getting back into it again. Rockford tipping it in, right wing corner of the Texas zone. Regner getting there first. Swings it off to Morin, tips it out to McKenzie, right side of the red line. And now it's forced away by Rockford. Regained by Morin, dancing in down the right side of the Ice Hog zone. Had his pocket picked. Regner can't hold it in. Offside called. So 3.5 gone from period 1. No official shots on goal. No score to tell you about. But certainly a active 3.5 minutes to the start of this game. Our Pizza Hut players to watch. Curtis McKenzie of the Stars, 9 points in his last 7 games. 5 of those points goals. Luke Johnson of the Ice Hogs. He's got a goal in each of the last 2 games of this series for Rockford, including the game-tying marker in Game 4 to help Rockford stay alive in the series. Stars force it away at center. McKenzie of the Stars, Johnson of the Ice Hogs, our Pizza Hut players to watch in tonight's game. A puck shot out of play. It glanced off a Texas player, so that will put the face-off inside the Stars zone. The referees in tonight's game, Pierre Lambert and Chris Schlenker. Bevan Mills and Brandon Galverlitz are the linesmen. As Hintz will take the face-off, right circle of the Texas zone against Johnson. Ice Hogs win it. Clendenning right point. A wrister blocked in front by his own man trying to screen. That was Eitzel. Stars turn it out to neutral ice. Diagonaled in by Dickinson. Right wing corner of the Rockford zone. Esperance and Tulala collide on top of the puck as Hintz tries to strip it free. Picked up by the Stars now. Hintz spun around. Regained by L'Esperance behind the Rockford net. Tulala working on him defensively as L'Esperance stays with it. Trying to center in front. The puck ends up behind the net. And so banked out to center ice by the Ice Hogs. Stars regain. This is L'Esperance. He'll let it trickle in, and an icing call against the Stars. I think Joel L'Esperance thought that puck had been touched by a Rockford player, so he let it trickle in instead of playing it. So a face-off inside the Texas zone. Still no shots on goal. Face-off left circle taken by Dries. Stars win it. It's locked up in the left wing corner. Freed up to L'Esperance now. He's got 2 white jerseys surrounding him. Scarlett helping out. Andreas Martinson finishing his hit on Reese Scarlett. This is the Rockford line that has really given the Stars some issues physicality-wise. As Sikora carries in across the middle of the Texas line. A shot from the circle. Pinballing around with Martinson driving towards the net. Thrown in front and it trickled wide. And then a big hit by Alley knocking Martinson off the puck. So the Stars regain behind their own cage. Driving towards the net. Thrown in front and it trickled wide. And then a big hit by Alley knocking Martinson off the puck. So the Stars regain behind their own cage. As Martinson, Sikora, and Hayden stay on. The Stars looking to activate the breakout. Here's Scarlett. Outlet feed bouncing off the body of Hayden out to the right side of the red line. Ellie regains for the Stars. Rockford will finish off a line change. Texas controlling out to neutral ice. Bondarchuk left-handed off to his right side to Dries as he skated past the puck but picked up by Ellie. Back in come the Stars, taken away by Carroll on the back check. So Rockford reloading deep in their own zone as Brian Flynn buzzes around for the Stars. And now he will step off to finish off the change. Rockford waiting behind their own net. As Fighton's looking to force things out. Taken away by the Ice Hogs as Fighton nearly coughed it or nearly forced it away inside the Rockford zone. Bayreuther from center ice will hammer it back in. An awkward hop and a shot left circle turned away. In the slot, a one-timer by Bayreuther and Glass the save. Two big saves by Glass as the Stars smelled blood in the water and they still control. Markuson behind the Rockford net. Stepping out to the right wing half wall now. He'll flip one in front that's blocked by Carroll. Mangine regains as he holds here in the right wing corner again. Leaves it here to Nyberg right point, trying to set it up to Markuson. Back to Bayreuther left point. His shot bouncing wide. Mangine regaining. The Stars a long possession offensively here as the puck rattles around between bodies. Nyberg can't hold it in. Hustled down by Peltier in for Rockford. And a shot from the left point to the Stars zone, bumpered away by McKenna. Picked up by Bowman in the right wing corner of the Stars end. Forced behind the net, centering in front, and Camp couldn't get there in time. As the Stars get control, they will flip it out to center. And Highmore retreats it to Tulala at the center ice logo. Stars a quick change, Rockford in, catching them off guard. Highmore fans on the shot, loose in the slot. Shot wide by Beaumont and picked up by Texas. Here's McKenzie out to neutralize, trying to set up Morin on a run. The pass was behind him. And Rockford transitioning in. Highmore chipping and chasing. Bumped off the puck by Regner up the left wing wall. Stars return it out to center. And it's Clendenning dropping it back in his own zone to Svedberg. Clendenning trying to avoid the pressure of Dowling. Morin nearly coughed it away for the Ice Hogs, for the Stars. Now a tie up on the far side of the Rockford zone, and the puck trickles out to neutral. Texas carrying in. McKenzie in the high slot. Fans on the shot. Trying to set it up in front. It comes out to Hetherington, center of the line. He'll float the puck wide of the net. Clendenning banks it out for Rockford. Picked up by Morin. He'll dump it back in. The Stars have players offside. So Svedberg moving across the left side of the Texas line. He and Dickinson go toppling over as they tied each other up. Texas gets control inside their own zone. 7.5 gone from our first period. No score, just one shot on goal on each side. And we've already had some close calls on both sides of the puck. As DiDomenico forces the puck away behind the Stars net. It comes out to the blue line right side. Dahlstrom down to Johnson in the corner. He'll cycle it back to Forsling left point. Now Aites will try to play it. Knocked away from the puck by Regner. Dickinson trying to regain. Rockford takes over again in the offensive zone. Hetherington had his stick slashed a bit on the play. Not enough to draw a call. And the Stars roll it down the left side of the Rockford zone. Dahlstrom plays it off the end wall to Forsling. Returned out to center. And in comes Hayden for the Hogs. Down the left side of the Stars zone. Holds up in the corner. Falling over on the play is Scarlett. A shot left circle. Hits a body and goes wide. Backhanded around the inboards of the Stars zone. Scarlett trying to chase it down. Hayden taking it back. He took over control with his body. Now stepping in front of Scarlett again. Scarlett's going to force it away from him. Dickinson trying to help out. Hogs hold it in. A drive right point and a stick save. McKenna. Sikura holding for the Hogs. Moves it down to Hayden in the right wing corner. Taken away by Scarlett. He'll bank it off the right wing boards out to center. Sikura is going to slap it back in. Punched away by McKenna out of play. And a stoppage giving us a face-off inside the Texas zone. So it's a timeout on the ice with 11:20 left in the first period. No score. And we will take a break. It is Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, and this is Texas Stars hockey.
Do you love pizza? How about free pizza? With Pizza Hut, you can earn free pizza with their new Hut Rewards loyalty program. Earn unlimited points toward free pizza with every dollar you spend online. $1 gets you 2 points. 200 points gets you a free medium pizza of your choice. And just 250 points gets you a free large pizza any way you want it. Why wait to start earning free pizza? Sign up now at pizzahut.com/Hut Rewards.
Listen live to every game. Connect with the team and more. It is all free with the Texas Stars mobile app. Download it today. 11:20 left in our first period of play. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals at HEB Center in Cedar Park, Texas. Brian Ray with you. Glad to have you with us on this Monday night. Face off left circle of the Texas zone. Stars win it. As it's controlled by Nyberg in the left wing corner of his own end. Stars and Ice Hogs scoreless here in Game 6, and it's moved in by Ellie. Down the right side of the Rockford zone, into the corner. Now forced behind the net, out to the left wing side. A one-timer at the center of the line by Nyberg was blocked by Samuelson. Ellie on the back check, couldn't make anything happen. In comes Peltier, and then shouldered off the puck by Ellie. As the Ice Hogs hold it in. Tulula, left side of the Stars line. His wrister sticked away by McKenna, retrieved by Samuelson. Centering in front, Stars intercept. Texas out to center, they skate left to right. Rockford right to left. Bayruth are in, top of the left circle, and his shot tipped wide. As Rockford regains inside their own zone. Tulula, he'll punch it out to neutral. Stars regain control inside their own end. As Austin Fighton will tip it forward to Mangine. Now bumped off the puck by Tulula. Rolling puck behind the Rockford net. Clendening regains. Angling things out to center. Bondarchuk settles it down. Highmore pursuing him as Scarlett returns it to Bondarchuk in the right wing corner of the Stars zone. He'll knock it forward to Fighton. Now outlet it intended for Mangine. Intercepted by Svedberg. Cody Franson regaining inside the Rockford zone. Stars pick it off at center. It's Markuson. He'll dump it back in. Rolling puck in the right circle of the Rockford zone. Svedberg slows it down behind his zone net. Stars changing out personnel. Camp out to neutral for Rockford across the left side of the Stars line. A bad angle shot from the corner goes wide. Back to Franson right point. He'll return it off to the left wing corner of the Stars zone. DiDomenico can't locate it. Camp can. Now Hetherington taking it back for the Stars. Bracing for the hit from Bowman as the puck pinballs out to the right side of the Stars line. Franson returns it behind the Texas net again. There's Regner beginning the counterattack rush. A rink wide feed to McKenzie down the left side of the Rockford zone. Regner in the high slot off to the right circle, and a shot by Morin was shouldered away by Glass. Thrown in front by McKenzie from the right face-off, dot and wide. Stars had the wide open net, and Glass just stretched out the body in front. The wrister center of the line. Glass will hold. Brent Regner opting for the extra pass and the backdoor feed for Morin, and Glass somehow kept it out. He has been sensational in the last two games. A timeout on the ice. No score in Game 6. This is Texas Stars hockey.
Central heating system need help? Hi, I'm Bobby Jenkins with ABC Home and Commercial Services. Regular maintenance does improve the efficiency of your furnace or heating system, but eventually you'll need a new one. ABC works with the best specialists.
The Stars 5-1-2 Sogs in try to work in from center. Regner across the middle of the Rockford line. They call Texas offside. Joel Lesperance doesn't like it. The crowd doesn't like it. Lesperance thought he got back to the line. The linesmen disagree. So a neutral zone face-off just outside the Rockford zone. Stars left to right, Ice Hogs right to left. Jeff Glass, 68 of 71 in net. Through the first two games of the previous two games of this series, the Ice Hogs made the goaltending change after rookie Colin Delia was the starter in games 1 through 3. And the Stars moving back in. Lesperance holds up at the half wall right side, and Glass has already had some dandy saves tonight, keeping this game scoreless with 8:47 to go in period number 1. The 32-year-old veteran, he's been the backup primarily this season for the Ice Hogs, as Delia was the young rookie prospect who got the workload in net. Ice Hogs trying to force a turnover in the Stars zone, slowed down by Hetherington of Texas. And the outlet feed to Lesperance, too hot to handle. As Rockford horseshoes it around the end wall of the Stars zone. Played by the Ice Hogs back in their own zone. Stars will use the opportunity to change. Lesperance had forced a turnover, but he and Dickinson a little crisscrossed on how they wanted to do things. And Rockford floats it in. Right wing corner of the Texas zone. Here's Martinson and Bayruth are tied up. Dickinson trying to chase down a loose puck. Rockford holds it in. Clendening right point. A shot kicked away by McKenna. The Stars regain the rebound as it's taken away by Hayden on the forecheck. Back to Tulula left point. Along the blue line to Clendening. Wrister blocked in front by Dickinson. As he spun around on the play, Stars still maintain possession. Deep in their own zone, Dickinson will arch it out to neutral and pouncing down the right side of the Rockford end. Chased down by Dries in the corner. Trying to lay it back to Flynn. His shot bouncing in front. Dries all alone. Denied by Glass once and twice. And Dries regains now at the mid-wall left side. Texas has been the more dominant team here in the first, but Jeff Glass, he has been shutting the door and keeping Rockford alive. Stars, they want to get this series over with as they've got the 3-2 lead. But Jeff Glass causing some problems on the opposing side for the Ice Hogs. As Franson touches it out to Samuelson at center. And now Carroll Holding at the left side of neutral ice, trying to force it through Scarlett, blocked by the Stars. And reset by Franson back inside the Rockford zone. A stretch pass will go for an icing call. And a face-off back inside Rockford. East through the... He'll muscle it down behind the Texas net. Nyberg getting there first. Samuelson opting to play the body. So the Stars pick up the loose puck behind their own cage. Dolling out to center, stick handling with speed across the right side of the Rockford line. Backhands it off to the slot for more in the effort blocked. It rolls around to the left wing corner for McKenzie of the Stars. She's tied up here by Dahlstrom. Now Kampf trying to pick it free. Stars hold it in. Dolling in the left wing corner of the Rockford zone, centering to McKenzie, and it was tipped away. Out to center ice comes Forsling for Rockford. Down the left side of the Stars zone, a bad angle effort. Gloved out of the air by McKenna, holding on. A little pushing and shoving afterwards as Lance Boma is lurking around in the goal crease of Mike McKenna. So, team benches on the flagstall. His fourth wide. Highmore regains for Rockford. Turnaround effort. Left face-off dot was blocked. Thrown in front. Stars intercept. It's Regner beginning things out to center. Hinch trying to poke it forward to get around Forsling. Recovered by Regner. In come the Stars. 3-on-2. Regner a wrister high slot. Shouldered away. And the rebound out to Hintz at the right point. Hesitating. Lets a shot go. And it's tipped out of play off the stick of Boma. So a face-off inside the Rockford zone now. And the Star Rockford Blue back in. And Texas being able to dictate things on the last line change, because they have the home ice advantage for this Game 6 and Game 7 if necessary. They force a turnover left side of the Rockford zone. A shot by Ellie, patted away easily by Glass. Stars trying to regain. Rockford chopping it out to center. As Regner will get there ahead of Eitzel. Now it's Ellie controlling for the Stars inside his own zone. Being pursued behind the net. Flynn trying to pick it up, trying to fight his way through a couple of Rockford forecheckers. Eitzel looking to strip it away. Flynn regains. He'll step out to center, leading Ellie in one-on-one across the left side of the Rockford line. Centering feed blocked by Clendenning. So tied up in the left wing corner of the Rockford zone. Ellie's going to knock him off the puck. And then Rockford regains, trying to chop it out. Held in left point by Bondarchuk. A loose puck corralled here by the Ice Hogs. DiDomenico skating out to the center ice logo across the left side of the Stars line. Off to Eitzel, back to DiDomenico. He's swallowed up by Scarlett in the left wing corner of the Stars zone. A crowd gathering. Back to Svedberg, left point. He'll hold. Now with the half wall, Eitzel up circle. A shot that is saved by McKenna, holding on. So Eitzel lurking his way through a couple of green jerseys and then bumps his way into Andrew Bondarchuk. The nastiness of this series has been building. It's a timeout on the ice with 5:02 left in the first. No score in Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. This is Texas Stars hockey.
The Stars have advanced to food items 18.
For tickets for a hot a Coke Zero Sugar Family 4-pack with the Stars. Rockford winning the draw. Here's a wraparound chance from behind the net by Martinson. The Stars regain possession after McKenna made the save. Dowling trying to relocate the puck at center. It's tipped out of play. Remy Ellie catching that at Rockford. Play here. So the Stars winning the face-off at the center ice logo with Bondarchuk. Up to Morin now, a rink-wide feed. Dowling trying to hustle it down. Rockford will bank it out to their own line. This is Hayden controlling. And now Martinson across the right side of the Texas line. A shot blocked away by McKenna. Martinson trying to generate his own rebound, and a pass to center for Dowling out of his reach. Icing called. So a face-off inside the Texas zone. And they will put the puck drop in the right circle to Mike McKenna's left. We talked about Jeff Glass, 68 of 71 in net. Through the previous 2 games of this series, Mike McKenna is trying to get back on the winning track. He's been a big-time playoff goaltender in the AHL over the last 3 postseasons. 25 and 16, a 2.40 goals against average, and a .921 save percentage. Led the Syracuse Crunch to the Calder Cup final a year ago before they lost to the Grand Rapids Griffins in 6 games. Rockford from center ice dumping the puck in behind the net of McKenna. You could very well argue that Mike McKenna has been the Stars' playoff MVP to this point. He was brilliant in round 1 against Ontario in a 4-game series win, and he was equally as good against Tucson. In round number 2, the Stars won that one in 5 games. As the puck is loose at the edge of the trapezoid, left side of the Stars zone, Rockford swats it off to the right wing corner. Dahlstrom returns it behind the net to Boma. Will shift out to the left wing corner again, returns it off to Dahlstrom. Back to Highmore, right side of the Stars line, trying to open up a lane. Forsling left point a drive, McKenna the save, the rebound knocked wide. As it's loose in the trapezoid and recovered by the Stars in the left wing corner of their own zone. So Texas out to center ice. Morin hits the red line, shoots it in on net. The rebound loose, and it's pounced on by Glass as L'Esperance couldn't knock it away. And then Glass scoops it up, gets back to the blue paint, drawing the whistle. Travis Morin generating a rebound from center ice, and Joel L'Esperance was on his horse to get it. Jeff Glass just leaping towards that loose puck to freeze play. Bit of a poke check as well in that diving effort by Glass. Jeff Glass, a former second-round pick of the Ottawa Senators back in 2004. The majority of his pro hockey has been played in the AHL as well as the KHL. Did finally get some time in the National Hockey League with the Chicago Blackhawks this year, including his first career NHL win. Now as the Stars get a hold at the left point, here's Bayreuther, a shot punched away by Glass. And Dickinson returns it around the boards, and Nyberg can't get there in time to pinch it off. Glass now being relied on by head coach Jeremy Colleton to save the season for the Ice Hogs, and he has done his job through Game 4 and Game 5 of this series. And he has been the top player so far in Game 6 as the Ice Hogs hold it in, and then a feedback to the blue line comes out to center. So this play by Samuelson, try to wrist it in. Settled down by McKenna. Stars will chase it down. Both teams changing out personnel. A long feed to L'Esperance at the right side of center. He'll tip it in behind the Rockford net. Glendening holding behind the Ice Hog cage. A scoreless hockey game. 2:45 to go in the first. And Rockford carrying in. It's Luke Johnson. Chasing it down at the edge of the trapezoid. Shoots it around the boards. And a feed by the stick of DiDomenico, kicked away by McKenna. Stars out to center. Wristed in by Dries on net. It'll be covered by Glass. And that will stop play with 2.5 left in the opening frame. Once. 21-21 in Game 5 of this series. Glass stopping 40 of those 41 shots he faced to get this series back to Cedar Park. Ice Hogs knocking things out to center. Here comes Johnson on a run across the middle of the Texas line, trying to set up Eitzel down the left wing side. The pass out of his reach. Stars will regain possession. Turned over now. DiDomenico at the left point of the Stars zone. Everybody hacking and whacking at a loose puck that rolls out to center. Glendening taking it back at his own blue line. Stars force a turnover. In comes Flynn off to Alley down the right side of the Rockford zone. Slows down, and a shot sailing high as Alley tried to use Tula as a bit of a screen in front of Glass. Rockford transitioning. In comes Eitzel in the left circle of the Stars zone. Forced out into the corner by Scarlett. Eitzel, a big body out there at 6'5", 210 pounds, and the rookie punches it around the end wall of the Stars zone. Martinson regains for Rockford, centering in front. It ends up in the left wing corner. Martinson again, spun around on the play by Dolly. Picked off by Hetherington now for the Stars as he carries behind his own net. Texas clears it out to neutral ice. No, the Ice Hogs hold it in at the edge of the line. Left circle, a shot by Martinson. The save, McKenna. A rebound out to the slot. Did a one-timer, tipped wide. It was Franson following up. Morin caught a piece of the shot, and Texas trying to move out to neutral ice as Martinson tries to knock Morin off the puck. Dolly in one-on-one. Left circle, trying to dance in front, and he stood up by Svedberg. The puck loose in the right wing corner of the Rockford zone. So both teams trying to pick up the hitting game as we come up on a minute to play in period one, scoreless. Rockford through center at Highmore at the center ice logo. Rattles it behind the Stars net. Handled here by McKenna. Now leaving it here to Bondarchuk. Boy, if the Stars score the first goal, this place is going to explode. Boma gets a hold for Rockford and dumps it down into the left wing corner of the Stars zone. Bayreuther stepping in there ahead of Camp. Banking the puck off the right wing glass out to center. And then Forsling for Rockford. Leaves it up to Highmore. Right side of the red line. He and Hintz tied up. Rolls back inside the Stars zone. 31 seconds to go in period one. Bayreuther leads it forward to Markusen. A wrister right circle was blocked, and then Markusen trying to stay with it. Turned out to center ice by Boma. Here's Highmore misplaying the puck. So Texas reloads inside their own end. Regner holding between the circles. An outlet feed to Hintz with speed across the left side of the Rockford line. Slows down, shoots it behind the net. 10 seconds to go in the period as Regner tries to cut it off. And now rolls it out to center where it was nearly picked off by Dries. Hetherington shoots it the opposite way. That'll do it for period number 1 as Rockford skates out the final second. It was a tight one with 11 shots on goal.
For highways and Saturday morning.
In, forced off the puck by Scarlett. The Stars have an opportunity out to center. It's Morin back in. Top of the right circle, a shot. Shouldered away by Glass, and the puck bouncing behind the net to the trapezoid. McKenzie moves into the crowd to try and force it away. Donnelly alone in front, trying to wait out Glass, and he shot it wide. Glass may have caught a piece of it. As Donnelly regains at the half wall right side of the Rockford zone, his centering feed tipped out of play. And just like period 1, the Stars are forcing break. The Stars off the win. Hetherington left side of the ice hog line. Shoots it behind the net. Dickinson couldn't chop it in front. Rockford gets a hold, looking to move things out to center. A rolling puck down the middle of the Stars zone. Hetherington dropping it back to Regner. Now here's Dickinson. A rink-wide feed intended for Hintz was out of his reach. Ice Hogs cough it up at center ice as L'Esperance was looking to force it free. And Rockford regaining inside their own zone. It's Dahlstrom. Banks it off to DiDomenico up the right side of center. Stars on the back check, knock it away. DiDomenico regaining at neutral ice. As now it's turned over to Dickinson. L'Esperance trying to force it away. Rockford turning things the opposite direction. As Johnson tries to muscle it down the left side of the Stars zone. Backhand it out to Dickinson at the Stars at center. Fighting through a hit from Tulala, protecting down the right wing wall. Stars in the middle of a change. As Rockford gets a hold deep in their own zone, it's Eitzel. Floating the puck out to center ice. DiDomenico now to Tulala at the center ice logo. Leading DiDomenico down the right side of the Stars end. The pass out of his reach. Texas takes over. As Nyberg gets a hold on the far side of his own end. Pumped off the puck by Hayden, taking it back for Rockford. As the Ice Hogs look to set something up offensively. Clendening right point. Hesitating, lets a shot go. Tipped in front by Sikora, but wide. Regained by Rockford, left wing quarter. Here's Hayden. Looking for Martinson behind the Stars cage. Chopped away by Texas defensively. Regained by Sikora. Back to Clendening right point. His shot tipped in front again by Hayden, but high. The puck rattling off to the left wing corner of the Stars zone. It's Hayden controlling, being watched by Flynn. A feed out to the left circle. It's shot and tipped out of play. Hayden and Nyberg exchange a couple of hacks after the whistle. And the linesman jumping in between the two quickly. So a face-off inside the Texas zone. As both teams will shift out personnel. We're 2.5 into our second period. The shots on goal favoring Texas 13-11. Period 2 is where the Ice Hogs have been most dangerous in the postseason. A plus 11 goal differential against their opponents. And the Stars win the draw left circle of their own zone. Texas needs to be ready for that Rockford second period push. It has essentially become a routine for the Ice Hogs during these playoffs, and the Stars have learned that the hard way in this series. Markusen in for the Stars, left circle, and his shot was tipped wide by Svedberg out of play. So the Stars turned things around quickly on the transition play by the Ice Hogs, but Markusen suffering from that long reach of Victor Svedberg, 6'7", 230 pounds out there. And he came in at the final moment to get a piece of that shot from Markusen, sending things over the glass. The Stars suffering their first back-to-back losses of the playoffs, losing Game 4 and Game 5 in Rockford. But now back on home ice for Game 6 and 7 tomorrow if necessary. Dahlen will take the face-off against Camp of Rockford, left circle of the Ice Hog zone. Face-off won by Rockford, handled here by Franson, the veteran blue liner. Outletting things to Boma, and the puck is tipped out of play. It ended up in the Rockford bench. So a face-off on the far side of center ice, just outside the Stars line. Texas right to left, Rockford left to right in our second period. Dahlen and Camp will dig in again. Camp had that third goal in Game 5. When he took a shot from the blue line, it was a knuckler that bounced awkwardly off the blocker of Mike McKenna. The Stars goaltender was trying to steer it into the corner, and it actually arched right over the top of him and into the Stars net to shut the door on any possible comeback attempt by the Stars as they trailed 2-1 at that time. Stars hold it in, right point to the Rockford zone. Lifting it behind the net, cut off by Bondarchuk now at the mid-wall left side. A bad angle chance. Glass the save, holding on. He's got Svedberg giving McKenzie a couple of shots right in front of him as McKenzie was lurking around for the redirect. Will lean in for shoveled it on net. Glass turns it away. Hintz regains left wing quarter. Back to the blue line for Hetherington now. Walking the line off to Regner right point. His shot blocked by Eitzel. Chipped forward to DiDomenico. Going to go one-on-one across the left side of the Stars line against Hetherington. And then Hintz comes in on the back check and chops it free. In come the Stars again. Lesperance down the right side. Had it swept away in the circle as it rolls out to the middle of the Rockford zone. Ice Hogs regain. And Eitzel jabbed away by Hintz again. He's been really good on the back check in this game for the Stars. Rope Hintz. Dickinson in for the Stars. Left circle, a shot plugged out of the air by Glass, stopping play. The Stars back checking in general has been good. Through period one and the opening 4 minutes of period two, but Rope Hintz especially. He's got such great speed, the rookie out of Finland and the former second-round pick of the Dallas Stars. He's going to make that transition to the NHL level. It's that 200-foot play that's going to do it for the youngster. As Dries will lead in for the face-off, left circle of the Rockford zone. Hintz and his line mates off the ice. Stars can't win the face-off. Rockford controlling. It's Clendenny. Leaves this one to Tulula. Tipped up the left wing side by Hayden. Down into the right wing corner of the Stars zone now. Flynn getting there first for the Stars. Leaves it here to Bondarchuk. Texas with some time and space. Bondarchuk will activate the breakout. Up the left side of neutral, a rink-wide feed. Steered in by Flynn. Down to the right wing corner of the Rockford zone. Clendenning gets a hold of it behind his own net. Now Martinson possessing. Returns it to Clendenning. Stars changing out players again. And a bouncing puck through the left circle of the Stars zone. Picked up by Bayreuther. Trying to avoid the pressure coming from Hayden. Stars try to clear. Rockford holds it in right side of the line. Rimming the puck around the in wall. Hayden gets a hold. At the hash marks, left wing side of the Stars zone. They'll punch it around to the right wing corner. Bayreuther stabs it free to Markusen. Texas on a possible 2-on-1. Markusen trying to lead it in front to Fighton on the 2-on-1 rush. It was blocked. Stars hold it in. And now it trickles out to center as Markusen was spun around by Tulula. Knocking that puck free. Fighton trying to carry back in. Playing his third straight playoff game. A hand pass called against Rockford. And a face-off at center ice as we are hockey game on the Rockford line. Wins it to Bayreuther. And now here's Nyberg for the Stars, pivoting the puck in. Picked up by Franson, left wing corner of the Ice Hog zone. Peltier turns it the opposite way. This will be an icing call against Rockford. And a face-off. 2015 Calder Cup playoffs. That is the year that Texas was defending their Calder Cup title. And the Stars get a hold of the puck off the face-off left circle of the Rockford zone. Stars try to hold it in right point now as it's fed down into the quarter. The Stars swept the Ice Hogs in 2010, their inaugural season as an AHL franchise in round two. And here we are in 2018 as the Stars dump it back in from center. Dowling getting their first right wing corner of the offensive end for the Stars. Stepping out to the left wing corner. There's a broken stick in that quarter. As the Stars wrist it behind the net to McKenzie. Dumped over on the play by Svedberg. Rockford taking over possession out to neutral ice. And the puck chipped down the middle of the Stars zone. Swept away by Hetherington. He had two white jerseys coming after him. A long feed by the Stars through his center. McKenzie looking to carry in. Try to roll it down the left wing boards to Morin in the corner. His centering feed pinballing into the air. Loose at the right side of the goal crease. And the Ice Hogs pick up the loose puck out to center. As it's wristed off to Highmore at the right side of the red line. In comes Camp across the right side of the Stars line now to Boma. And now down into the corner. As it's recovered here by Texas. Now a rolling puck at the face-off down right side. Regner chasing it down. Morin trying to steer it forward. Markusen wants to hunt it down, but icing called. And a face-off back inside the Texas zone. As Hintz will lean in against Johnson, who is kicked out. DiDomenico stepping in against Hintz. The puck trapped underneath the Stars rookie centerman. Now swept away by Bondarchuk. Down inside the Rockford zone. Not enough to draw another icing call. Stars will change. And the Ice Hogs begin the play out to center. Johnson in front of the penalty boxes on the right side of neutral. Pestered by Bondarchuk. Retreats it inside his own zone to Dahlstrom. Now Dahlstrom nearly coughed it up as the puck is jabbed forward inside the Texas zone. Bondarchuk regaining. A rink-wide feed to Hetherington, leading it forward to Dickinson. He's going to negate the icing call. No, he won't. How was that icing against the Stars? Jason Dickinson was the first one at the top of the circles and the dots. 2 cents to one of the linesmen. Dickinson had the lead. Face off left circle of the Stars zone as it's won by Hintz. Hetherington behind his own net. He'll knock it forward to Dickinson. Tomahawking the puck out to center. And Rockford looking to return it back in. Past Hetherington, trickling behind the Texas cage. McKenna sweeping it off to the far side. Rockford turns it over now at the Stars line. Here's Dickinson 2-on-2 across the left side of the Ice Hog line. Around Clendenning through the circle. Now the puck pinballing around, and Hintz couldn't find it. As Rockford looks to clear. Tulala on a second effort will skate things out to center. Rolls it forward, settled down by Bayruther. Still a scoreless hockey game, 7.5 into period 2. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. Rockford regaining control in their own zone. So Martinson, he'll turn things out to center. Hayden on a cross-ice feed. Wristing it in down to the right wing corner of the Stars zone. Settled down by Nyberg. Feeds it forward to Dries. Now Ellie on a cross-ice feed at center. The effort blocked. Regains as he took the hit. Stayed on his feet. Regained control. Now Flynn off the Dries. He'll bank it down the right wing side of the Rockford zone. Backhands it on net. Covered by Glass. Holding on. Ellie was looking for the rebound and then gets drilled over from behind by Martinson. Ellie gave Cody Franson a bit of a shot. Martinson decided to return the favor. There will not be a penalty handed out here, but this game and this series has been getting ugly as things have ticked along. Andreas Martinson and Victor Svedberg picked up misconducts at the end of Game 5 for extending an altercation, which they both basically instigated, and then Martinson right in there to give Remy Ellie a shot in the back. A timeout on the ice, 12:03 to go in the second period, a 0-0 scoreboard. And this is Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. Austin Advanced Players is a holiday. Ticket purchase. Game 12:03 to go on. So another face-off inside the Rockford zone. Brian Ray with you in the broadcast booth. Texas skating right to left, Rockford left to right in this second period of play. The Ice Hogs still have not registered an official shot on goal in this period. The Stars have 6. Stars win the draw right circle again. Bayruther center of the line. His shot tipped in front by L'Esperance, but blocked. Never made it on net. Fighting trying to regain behind the Rockford cage. Shifting out to the right wing corner. A one-timer in the circle by Miangine, sticked away. Glass will scoop up the rebound. And now Peltier is going to lock on to Matt Miangine and put him into a headlock. Victor Svedberg ties up Austin Fighton. Well, we had Andreas Martinson take the shot at Remy Ellie after he gave Cody Franson a bit of a piece. The penalty was not called, and at some point here, the Ice Hogs are going to need to get penalized. This is a team that will certainly instigate. They have not had a good composure level in this series. And they are going to take that cheap shot after the whistle at some point. You hope the referees will keep them honest, especially in an elimination game in such a tight series here in Game 6. Peltier is the one who locked onto Mangine first, and Derek just wants to. So a face-off, right circle of the Rockford zone. Morin can't win it. Svedberg controlling. Rainbows it out to center. Settled down by Hetherington. So wristed off the left wing glass out to center ice. Now picked up by Regner on an errant pass by the Ice Hogs. He'll lead it forward, just out of the reach of McKenzie. So Rockford regaining, trying to clear, but hit the body of the linesman. The Stars have a player offside. McKenzie's like, how are we offside? The puck hit you. And a lead pass through center is called for icing as Camp couldn't get there in time. Stars went 0 for 2, Rockford 0 for 3 in Game 5 of the man advantage. Dickinson misplays it at the Rockford line. It's dumped out by the Ice Hogs, picked up by Bondarchuk. And now Dickinson wheeling through center for the Stars across the right side of the Ice Hog line, down into the corner. Slipping out of a hit from Svedberg, now tied up in a scrum of players. Markuson picks it free, looking to center it in front. Hintz trying to regain. It rattles off to the right circle, and both teams chopping after that loose puck. As Boma will knock it out of the air, and the Stars, well, they hold it in still. So now it's finally forced out to neutralize by Rockford. As the Stars regain at their own line, here's a lead pass to Markuson out of his reach. I'm going to say it bounced off somebody in a white jersey for the Ice Hogs. No icing call. Stars will change. Rockford controlling out to center ice. Across the left side of the Texas line, a drop pass to Forsling, and his one-timer is tipped out of play. Point against Johnson as the Ice Hogs win at a one-timer right point, and McKenna absorbs freezing play. So the face-off in the right circle of the Stars zone now to McKenna's left on his blocker side. Strives will lean in against Johnson, who wins it for the Hogs. They hold left point to the Stars zone. A wrister bouncing off the body in front and wide. It handcuffed McKenna a bit as he was heading towards his left, and the redirect sent the puck to his right. The Stars do chip it out to center ice, and Drives trying to sweep it in. Frees it up to Flynn, down to the right side of the Rockford zone. Turned it on net, Glass the save, loose in the left wing corner. And both teams locked up looking for control. Here's Drives, his centering feed from behind the net, scores! It bounced off the back of Jeff Glass. Rockford is arguing behind the net, threw it in front. I'm not sure why. Glass, good goal. It went off Jeff Glass. Actually, it rattled off a Rockford stick and then ended up in the net. Pierre Lambert. Rockford immediately. Sheldon Drives opening up. So Texas getting the opening goal with 9:50. They were 20, 15, and 6 in the regular season when scoring first against their opponents. And so the Stars getting control on a loose puck behind their own net, trying to clear, held in by Clendening, right point. And now Hayden at the half wall right side. Joe Stickhandle looking to shoot it in front, knocked down in front by Regner of the Stars. And Texas will tip it out to neutral ice. Sheldon Drives scoring his 7th of the playoffs as it's wristed back in by Rockford, right wing corner of the Stars end. Hayden trying to knock it out of the air. Moore looking to regain. Here's Dowling. An outlet feed to McKenzie, who's lost his stick on the play. It's broken inside the Rockford zone. Ice Hogs take advantage as they'll float it back in just wide of the Stars net. In the right wing corner of the Texas end. Hayden protecting out to the blue line. Pocket picked by Hetherington. An outlet feed out of the reach of McKenzie, who still doesn't have a stick anyway. And the Stars will change out a couple of players. Ice Hogs waiting inside their own zone. The Stars, they've gotten. They need to stay. Of the Texas goal is the indeed, and a 1-0 lead for it out to neutralize. Franson trying to get there ahead of Ellie, who nearly forced it away. Stars would have had a 2-on-1. Instead, Rockford back in. DiDomenico trying to set something up down the slot that's tapped away. And he and Ellie locked up looking for control. Stars force it away in the right circle of their own zone. Here's Flynn. So bounce it forward to Drives, and he came in offside. Spinning across the left side of the Rockford line. And then DiDomenico comes in late to give Sheldon Drives just a little bit of a shoulder bump. We talked earlier in this period about the lack of composure by Rockford. Probably the top player, Liveström, beats it in down the left circle of the Rockford zone. Hintz nearly had a knee-on-knee contact hit at the center of the Rockford line, but somehow avoided it after feeding things off to Dickinson. There's something else the Ice Hogs will look to do. They try to drop any type of contact they can. And they will push the envelope. And a few times they will certainly cross the line as the Stars have it behind their own net. Nyberg lost his stick on the play. Kicks it off to Bayreuther in the left wing quarter. Now looking to activate the breakout as Boma tries to take out Bayreuther. It ends up spinning around and falling over. Boma shaken up as he went colliding into that curved glass. Another one of those players that can go ahead hunting. And he's certainly caught a little bad karma with the way he has thrown that body around in this series. The Stars controlling left wing corner of the Rockford zone. Centered in front by L'Esperance. It was loose. Stars couldn't get a shot off. So here's Martinson now. They'll return it off the end wall. Now wristed out to center. Sikora couldn't settle it down. He'll get there in time to negate the icing call. McKenna plays it off to the left wing corner of the Stars zone. Here's fighting with possession. And now Mangine arching it forward. L'Esperance gets a hold across the left side of the Rockford line. Holds up at the half wall. A shot bouncing wide out to Mangine, right wing corner. Centering in front. Glass patted it away. And Martinson gets a hold behind the Rockford net, slowing the play down. Stars lead 1-0. 6:38 to go in period 2. Sikora in for Rockford. Flips it down into the left wing corner of the Stars zone. As Rockford is finishing off a line change. Scarlett waiting behind his zone net. The Stars look to begin the counterattack rush. Morin across the left side of the Rockford line. Steers it down into the corner. McKenzie can't get there in time. Regner can't cut it off at the blue line. Ice Hogs regain at center. In comes Carroll. Now a lead pass to Samuelson was out of his reach. Stars sweep it back out to center. And a bouncing puck scooped up by McKenna. Drops it on the ice. And the Stars wheel a hold inside their own zone. It's picked up by Morin now between the circles inside the Texas end. An outlet feed to Regner. Too hot to handle. Rockford dumping it back in. It's Hetherington for the Stars. Tries to return it out to center. The puck actually rolled along the top of the glass. And back behind the Texas net. The Ice Hogs trying to pick up the forecheck. Stars break the pressure. Dialing out to center up the left wing side. Now a stoppage. Looks like an icing call against the Stars. History at 2-4 Calder Cup Finals with a win here tonight. Leading the series 3-2. Ice Hogs hold it in. And a shot right point by DiDomenico blocked. Loose in the right circle. Johnson regaining for Rockford. Out to the half wall right side. A turnaround effort was wide. And bouncing out to Forsley. He'll leave it behind the Stars net. Intended for DiDomenico. Taken away by Dowling. Here's McKenzie chipping it forward. Hustled down by Dahlstrom. Being pestered by Morin. And it's Eitzel back at the Rockford line. Morin still buzzing around, trying to cause some problems as the Stars will change out personnel. Johnson in for Rockford around Hetherington. Right circle, a shot and a save by McKenna holding on. He had Eitzel behind him looking for the loose puck. But Luke Johnson just shifting his way around Dylan Hetherington. But Mike McKenna shutting the door. Timeout on the ice. 5:05 left in the second. 1-0 Stars. It's Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. This is Texas Stars hockey.
The Stars have advanced to the Western Conference Finals. The battle for the Calder Cup continues. If necessary, get tickets.
The Texas Stars.
Texas Stars. More information online at texasstars.com. The Stars zone with 5:05 to go in our second period. Dries winning it for Texas against Camp. Stars turn it over behind their own net. The Ice Hogs regain. Texas has the 1-0 lead here in Game 6. Sheldon Dries on the goal midway through this period. And a loose puck behind the Texas cage, picked up by Highmore of Rockford. As he shoved off the puck by Scarlett, stabbing it free. Now Camp trying to regain. Stars will win the puck battle and lift it out to neutral ice. Texas skating right to left, Rockford left to right. In the second period of play, the Ice Hogs moving in. Clendening across the right side of the Stars line. Change that, it was Highmore. Ian Bondarchuk tied up as Markuson falls over behind the Texas cage. Now Camp and Scarlett locked up in the left wing quarter looking for control. Two more players come in for the four-man scrum. But Bondarchuk comes out with it. Trying to bank it forward to Dries, who couldn't handle the pass. Ice Hogs hold it in. A high slot, a shot. Knocked down by McKenna. The rebound kicked aside as well. Loose at the right side of the net. Markuson couldn't stab it in. Bondarchuk regains, and now an effort by the Hogs forcing it away as they control behind the Texas cage. Jeff Glass in period 1 bailed out the Ice Hogs. Mike McKenna with a couple of great saves in period 2 to keep the Stars up 1-0. And Rockford on the cycle again. At the left point, here's Svedberg holding. Shoots it behind the Stars net. Picked up by Clendening. The wraparound chance out to Martinson. Right circle and a one-timer sails high. Svedberg left point for the Ice Hogs. He'll wrist it wide of the net. As the puck rolls off to the right circle of the Texas zone. The Stars are absolutely gassed on this shift. And Rockford cannot hold it in on a bad pass. So the Ice Hogs regain. The Stars have not been able to change out a player yet. As Rockford gets a hold at the right side of the Stars end. Here's Bondarchuk trying to pick it free. And the Ice Hogs maintain possession again. Out to the right point, the one-timer by Franson going wide. Skipping out to the left circle as it's thrown in front. McKenna will cover and hold on. So a long possession by the Ice Hogs. Mike McKenna with a couple of big saves. Texas lead and they get the change. At one point, that third, stopping all 17 he's faced right now from Rockford. The Stars winning the draw, left circle of their own zone. In comes the forechecking pressure from DiDomenico. Regner is able to wait it out. The Stars break the pressure out to center. Morin forward to Dowling across the left side of the Rockford line. Rink wide to Regner. Down the slot. Taking through a second man. Now trying to back it in and he scores! But they wave it off! It was knocked out of the air with a high stick. Brent Regner dancing around two players. The initial shot went airborne and then he backhanded it out of the air. Immediately waved off by the referee. immediately waved off the edge. This, boy, it's tough to see. It was right on the edge. Rockford gets a break to keep it a 1-0 deficit with the Stars still in front. And the fans will let you know how they feel about the goal being waved off. Rockford trying to step back in. DiDomenico funnels it on net, plugged out of the air by McKenna. So 2.5 waved off. Rockford trying to step back in. DiDomenico funnels it on net, plugged out of the air by McKenna. So 2.5 left in our second period. The Stars thought they had a 2-0 lead, but Brent Regner hitting the puck with a high stick. If it was over the crossbar, which is what the level is, you need to have your stick below the crossbar when you bat the puck out of the air. I mean, it was a hair over the crossbar, and it's tough to tell. The angle they showed, which is from a raised angle at center ice, it's tough to tell. So hints on the face-off, right circle of the Stars zone. Nyberg picking it free out of a crowd, held in by Dahlstrom, a shot right point, sticked away by McKenna, loose in the right wing corner. So Rockford looking for a little giddy up now to try and equalize this game with just over 2 minutes remaining in period 2. Stars will lift it out to center, and Dahlstrom on his horse to try and get there ahead of Markusen. Leads it off to Forsling inside the Rockford zone. Returned out to center, and Camp will bank it in. McKenna touching it off to the left wing corner of the Texas zone. Freed up to Markusen now. As Markusen tried to set it up to Hintz, boy, it was nearly picked off by Highmore. A little miscommunication by the Stars, but Dickinson does scamper it out to neutral ice. Now it's pinballing between both teams. Across the right side of the Texas line, Camp, his crossing pass intended for Highmore, steered away. Rockford will change, and the Stars will hold inside their own zone. Fed up the left wing wall to Dickinson as he's locked up by Clendening in front of the penalty boxes. Dickinson can't win the puck battle. Hayden comes out with it. 93 seconds to play in period 2. The Stars up 1-0. Sheldon tries midway through the second with the only goal we've had so far. Hogs get a hold offensively. Clendening right side of the line, listing it behind the Stars net. As it's hustled down by Martinson, feeds it out to the slot. A one-timer, and McKenna to save the rebound. Rattled off the outside of the goal frame by Sikora left side, and loose in the left wing corner of the Stars zone. Tied up and regained by the Ice Hogs. A drive by Martinson, left point, blocked by Flynn. The puck will bounce out to neutral ice. And Rockford looking to turn in quickly. Here's Tulula, wrapping it around the end wall of the Texas zone. Hayden getting there first in the right wing corner. Rockford changing. Hayden throws it in front. It's sticked away by McKenna, angled out by Flynn. And it's going to be on net, settled down by Glass. Stars change out a couple of players. A long pass by Glass to Johnson down the right side of the Stars zone. He blows out a tire and falls over. Out to neutral ice. Here's Ellie as it was forced away by Svedberg. 33 to play in the period. Drives in. Down the slot. And a diving poke check by Svedberg to knock it free. Drives would have been 1-on-1 against Glass. Boy, Svedberg's had a heck of a game for the Ice Hogs so far. Carroll for Rockford moving in, leaves it to DiDomenico. His centering feed, right wing corner picked off. McKenzie for the Stars out to center. As he tries to lead Ellie in down the left side of the Rockford zone. Cut off by Forsling. Held in by Dowling, right point. 8 seconds to go in the period. And now Ellie all the way out to Hetherington. Left point, a drive. Knocked out of the air by Glass. And just wide, it was off the glove hand. Floated out to center, and that'll do it for period 2. As DiDomenico and Scarlett trade a couple of words with the linesman in between. Texas has won that second period. On to the call. Nothing. Section at HEB.
IH-35 exit 257 or online at Subaru Georgia.
Texas Education and Veterans Assistance Program.
Speaker så här innan den här showen startade.